Let's chat about some of my top tips that I have for you if you are starting your curly hair journey and just kind of like just learning how to manage and take care of your curly hair. Hi, if it's your first time on my channel, I'm Alexa and I'm here to help you with your curly hair. Just share what I do with my hair, that way you can understand yours. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 of my most important tips that I have for you if you are starting your curly hair journey. I just want to help you out, and I guess these are 5 things I wish someone would have told me when I started. I will be making this into a little series because I have so many tips, but I do want to begin with the first 5 important tips. Patience is the first tip I want to share with you. So oftentimes when people are starting their curly hair journey, and I know when I started, I was struggling a lot. I wanted things to happen instantly, but it wasn't happening like that. So you need to have patience because you're not going to understand your hair right away. And if you do, like, that's amazing. And like, I hope everyone understands their hair right away. Like, that will literally be amazing, but oftentimes people do struggle. So you need to know that things will happen little by little, and you're eventually going to get to that point of understanding your hair. The next tip that I have for you is to make sure you are clarifying your hair as needed. Basically, when you clarify, you are giving your hair a reset. You're removing product buildup. All of the products that we use will cause buildup on your hair, and eventually, if you don't use a clarifying shampoo, over time you're going to notice a ton of frizz in your hair. You're going to notice that the products you're using are not working. Your hair might have like a lot of damage eventually because you're not clarifying. You're basically not letting the strands of your hair or your scalp breathe if you're not clarifying. So make sure you have a good clarifying shampoo. I'm going to put some of the ones that I do recommend around me, but also make sure you're not over clarifying depending on your hair's needs, and also make sure you have a hydrating shampoo. I think everyone who is starting their curly hair journey should have a good clarifying shampoo that they notice works for their hair, and also a hydrating shampoo that will put more moisture and keep the moisture you already have in your curls. Make sure you are deep conditioning, especially if your hair is damaged. And some people's hair doesn't like to be deep conditioned. This is more if you notice that your hair tends to get weighed down easily. So if it's like low density and also fine, that might happen to you a lot. So some people prefer to use a conditioner instead of a deep conditioner just because it's not as heavy on their hair. So make sure you find something that really helps to moisturize your hair, because that's something curly hair needs a lot. And if you are starting your curly hair journey, and maybe if your hair is extremely damaged from heat or bleach, make sure you have a good bond builder in your routine, and also a good protein treatment, because those things are going to help you a lot. Now, my 4th curly hair tip for you is to build a curly hair routine that works for you. Basically, find a good cream, leave-in conditioner, a gel, a foam, or a mousse, and an oil that works for your hair. I'm going to put some of the products I recommend, and I do recommend a lot of people who are starting to maybe invest more of your money in drugstore curly hair products, because I remember when I started my curly hair journey, I had a lot of products that I did buy and they didn't work for me. So it was trial and error almost back to back. So when you get some drugstore products, they might be a little bit less expensive, and it might be easier to find something that works for your hair that way. I'm going to put some of the drugstore curly hair products that I do recommend. It's also important to find products that do fit the needs of your hair. So if your hair is coarse and high density, meaning that you have a lot of it, since it's high density, maybe your hair will like thicker and heavier products. But if you have low density and fine hair, which is hair that's like super thin and maybe you don't have a lot, maybe your hair will like more volumizing products like mousses or foams, and also products when it comes to creams and leave-in conditioners that are more lightweight. When it comes to building a curly hair routine, it is also important to find a good routine for the nighttime. So what I like using is a bonnet, a satin scarf. I have silk and satin pillowcases, silk scrunchies. All of those things can help you preserve your curls at night. And another thing that's really helpful when it comes to building a curly hair routine is investing your money in a diffuser. When I started my journey, I had no idea what a diffuser was. I never used one. So I used actually a blow dryer from Target. It was from Revlon, and I got the Xtava diffuser from Amazon when I started, and that worked really well for me. It's also like, I think, the most affordable option when it comes to a diffuser option that I've tried. But I'll put some of my favorite diffusers around me, that way you can see which ones I like the most. I also have like a diffusing video if you do want to check that out. When it comes to styling your curls, it's also important to maybe find a technique that works for you. So that might be finger coiling, brush styling. It might be maybe you just want to rake in the product into your hair. So technique really helps, and it can also make the products that you're using just work way better. When it comes to a curly hair routine, I honestly think that those are like the main essentials. Now, the last tip that I have for you is, I feel like this is something everyone should know, and is frizz is going to happen, and it's totally normal. This is day 3 hair for me, and as the days go by, I do get some frizz. That's because I go outside and, you know, like, I can't do much about the weather. I can definitely put some products that will help me get less frizz when I go outside, but still we can't defeat Mother Nature. And also, like, we do a lot of things on a daily basis, whether that's going to the gym, you know, cooking, just like random things. Frizz is gonna happen. So I think it's important to kind of learn how to accept your frizz, because I know that's something I really struggled with, something that was really holding me back from starting my curly hair journey and loving my hair. Those are the 5 tips that I have for you if you are starting your curly hair journey, and I will be doing a second video for this, so stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I wish you the best of luck on your curly hair journey.